Oh, okay. We are live. This is so weird. I haven't done it in this format before, but we seem to be good. So I'm just gonna get rolling. So this is maybe my favorite workshop ever that I've done, and I really want to share it with you so you guys can reference it and make use of both the glow serum and then the actual tutorial part with the gua sha. Just, I think anything we can do that's natural and a little bit more like self-care centered this time, especially like with what's going on right now, is going to allow us just those moments for ourselves. And I think it's hard sometimes to commit to taking that time. And so this is something really small you can do at the end of your day and have it be really quite special and just the time that you take for yourself. So if you don't have a little dropper bottle, that's okay. You can make it in something else similar, but I do recommend grabbing these. After I'm done the video, I'll post a couple links, my favorite place to get the dropper bottles, and then also the jojoba oil and the gua sha stone as well. Because if you don't have one, I'm going to give you some options. You can start by using your hands, but if you have a jade roller like this, you can grab that as well. Hey Nero, this is my gua sha stone. I have a couple different ones. This is just the one I grabbed for today. So what you're going to do is grab your glow serum bottle, and this is 4 ounces. So you're going to do 10 drops of frankincense to start. So these are oils from your starter kit, which I love. I love being able to make use of the oils that most of us have. And you guys probably know about frankincense. It's really amazing for cell regeneration and for like overall skin blemishes and that kind of thing. So let's see here. Do 10 more of copaiba. So 10 of copaiba is next. And then 10 of lavender. Not 100% sure if my recording is working. Shoot. Oh well, we'll just keep going with this and then I'll have to post it after. And then 10 of lavender. So 30 drops total of the essential oils. There we go. And then the carrier oil we're going to use is jojoba oil. You can also use rosehip oil. Rosehip is really great, especially for mature skin, but I love jojoba oil. I find it really, really nourishing, especially this time of year. And if you're not used to putting oil on your skin, I have talked about this quite a bit before. Jojoba especially is just like our skin's natural sebum, so it's very compatible with our skin. And if you feel like you need a little bit more moisture than this, like if you want to really like seal in the oil, you can always use your normal day or night cream. I love the sandalwood cream, and you can put that on top after you've applied the oil if you want that extra kind of moisture and that little bit of a barrier as well. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little bit of the glow serum and we're going to actually just put it on our face. So it depends how dry your skin is, how much it's going to like absorb it really quickly, but you do want it to be kind of like not dripping off your face, but definitely quite like almost like when you go to have a massage, how much that the masseuse needs to have on you to have like their hands be able to smooth over your skin, like glide over your skin to complete the massage. That's kind of around what we want to mimic. So you'll probably be able to see a And really by the end of this, it will almost all be absorbed. So you won't really be able to see very much. And you want to start with clean skin, of course. So wash your face before. And we're also going to hit up our neck. So go like this, down on the neck as well. Because our neck is often neglected. So we really want to make sure that we're targeting our neck as well. All around. Good. Awesome. You just rub the rest in. This glow serum is so awesome because it's so versatile. You could put it on your split ends. It's also really, really great for promoting like healthy skin, but also you might notice, like if you would like, you can put it on your eyelashes and your eyebrows as a bit of a growth serum. So it can promote hair growth because it's got the lavender in there and that kind of thing. So it's a very, very like versatile oil. You can use it on dry cuticles, on like dry elbows and heels and that kind of thing. Again, just to really add some moisture and yeah, support the skin. So gua sha, what is gua sha? So gua sha is an ancient Chinese medicine technique. And it's used to promote circulation, to heal different areas of the body, and to, when we do it on the face, it can reduce the appearance of fine lines. And it also promotes lymphatic drainage, which is really, really great. Basically, all the gunk that our body produces that ends up sitting in our tissues, it will help our lymph system to get rid of all that stuff. So a lot of your lymph nodes, we have actually quite a few above our collarbone here. And then we also have them like they're like all over here. So all around kind of jawline, over this way, lots in the neck, as you know. And so when we use the gua sha stone on the skin, we're promoting that movement of fluids out of the tissues, out of the skin. And so the number one thing that I see people do that is not ideal with gua sha is they're unable to, or they're putting too much they're putting too much pressure on their skin using the stone. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we just are using enough pressure to gently move the skin without creating too much redness. Okay, so when we're doing facial gua sha, we don't want it to be like over the top. Like you should definitely not notice any bruising, and slight redness you might notice, but beyond that, you really don't want you don't want to be doing anything more than that to the skin. The second thing I want to tell you about is holding the stone always at a 15-degree angle to your skin. Okay, lots of people gua sha like this, and that is not the right way to do it, and it's also not going to give you optimal benefits. Like you're not getting the contact with the stone on the skin. So make sure that you are always holding it at this angle. When you change spots on the skin, just check yourself. If for some reason you bring it out like this, bring the hand back so that you're really, really maximizing the amount of stone that's in contact with the skin at any given point. That's what we want, is we want that skin to be that stone to be gliding against the skin instead of dragging. And we want that lifting up and out kind of motion. So all of the movements we do will be up and out, except for you're going to see on the neck, we're going to go down to promote that lymphatic drainage out of the neck. So I actually like to start with the neck. You can do the neck a couple times. I usually do it at the beginning and end a little bit. Anywhere we anywhere we use the gua sha stone, it's a good idea to do about 3 to 5 strokes, okay? So if you see me quickly go over an area, just keep in mind that you'd want to do about 3 or 5 strokes in that area. So I'm going to just start with the neck. You always want to use 2 hands, clean hands obviously, and you want to use one hand to anchor and the other hand to gently guide the stone on the skin. So you want to be mindful of your throat. Just gently gliding this stone. And if you are somebody who holds a lot of tension in here, I know a lot of us have been working at our computers lately, you can actually take the stone and do the back side of your neck as well. It's really, really great for reducing tension. A lot of us get tension headaches, and it's because a lot of our muscles are really, really tight. The stone can help. I'm actually getting a huge release from that right now, which is so funny. I didn't really know I was that tight. There we go. So just kind of starting the process on the neck. I usually do this when I'm watching a little bit of TV before bed or chatting with Matt. I don't have to be thinking too much what I'm doing because it becomes second nature once you've done it a few times. So I'm actually going to do half my face first just to show you the difference. You might notice a difference in my face. That said, you can totally do, you don't have to do that. You can do like symmetrical sides and work your way up that way. It's totally up to you what order you want to do things in. So the first place I'm going to target is my jaw and my lower cheek. So I'm going to just kind of do a little bit of anchoring here. You see I have this divot in this stone. So again, I don't want to be going like this, and I don't want to be grinding on the bone. I want to bring it back to that 15 degree, and I'm just gently moving the stone up the skin, and then at the hairline or at my ear, I'm doing that little wiggle. That's said to just stimulate the lymph a little bit more. The lymph is very sensitive, so you really don't need to do a lot to stimulate it. Even just this gentle pressure will stimulate it, but that's just something little you can do. I like it because it kind of finishes the movement. There we go. So you can see I moved my stone to this larger edge when I got to the more kind of meatier part of my face. And I'm going to move up a little bit, do that little wiggle. I'm going to turn my stone again. Under your eye, you want to be really, really gentle. Make sure that there's enough oil under there, otherwise you can always add. I'm just going to do a couple gentle movements here. Good. So if you don't have a stone, you could be doing similar kind of movements with your hand. You can just kind of mimic having a stone, or if you have a roller, it's the same kind of an idea. Same kind of an idea. My preference is the stone, and it's like not a huge investment, and it's so easy to pack with you, and yeah, I just really recommend grabbing one of these. They're not expensive. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my forehead. So you can do a few things here. I'm gonna do a couple movements like this and dig it in. I notice on my forehead, it's a little bit like I feel ridges, and that's because a lot of us do this all day or this, and a lot of these muscles are really quite tight. So over time, that can obviously produce wrinkles. Which is okay. I mean, like there's a level of wrinkles being part of being a human, but we can do a little bit of softening in this natural way by using our gua sha stone. Okay. Now I'm going to actually change my stone. I'm going to go up above my eyebrow, and I'm going to just work a little bit more into my eyebrow because I know I'm quite expressive, and I want to just release a little bit of that tension. Go. So don't go down too close to your eye. I'm just wanting to release a little bit of that tension in the muscles around my eyebrows. You don't need to do your eyelid or anything like that. There's not really a reason to do that. Okay. So I've done this side of my face. I wonder if you can notice a slight lift and maybe a little bit of drainage as well, a little bit less puffiness. Mind you, I'm doing this at the end of the day. In the morning, I'm probably even more puffy after sleeping. So I am thrilled with what I'm seeing so far. And so I'm going to just mimic that on the other side. So, oops, I'm going to put my stone like that. Again, that 15-degree little wiggle. Oops, see, I started to bring it out too far. That's okay, you just correct. And can you guys notice how like my skin is not red from the pressure I'm doing? It's really quite gentle. Oops, there we go. Different because I'm not used to doing this watching myself. I just go by feel, so. You can hold the stone a couple different ways. I could do it like this, but I like this large edge actually right now. And forget the wiggle for a few times, that's okay too. Okay, under my eye, again, you can add more oil if you need because you want to be really gentle here. Okay. And I'm going to go into this side of the forehead. You can do your forehead all as one as well. You don't have to separate it. This is just for demonstration purposes. I'm just showing you how the face reacts to stone. And the beautiful thing about using the gua sha with the glow serum is it actually drives the oils deeper into your skin, which is really amazing. You guys know there's so many benefits to using lavender and frankincense and copaiba. Lavender is amazing for sleep promotion. So I would not be surprised if at the end of the day you just fall into bed and have an amazing sleep after doing this. So you can kind of notice a little bit of a difference as well. Now this technique I love to show because it's kind of cool. We're actually going to use the stone like a little bit of an eraser. So a lot of tension here, right? Lots of people hold a lot, like even if you're driving or squinting from the sun. So we're actually just going to use the stone like a little bit of an eraser. So gently, again, you don't want any redness, but you'll feel like a few ridges in here. You can just kind of gently soften them with the stone. I wasn't quite 90 degrees. I'm kind of holding it maybe about 30 or 45 degrees, but I am using more of just the edge rather than the flat side of the stone, just to kind of erase those areas a little bit. All right. And then the other thing I want to talk about is around our mouth. So around our mouth, we do a lot of this when we eat. Everything constricts these muscles quite a bit. And so over time, that is what can make our mouths and our lips start to look really quite small, and they almost disappear as we age. And it's because those muscles are also tight. So there's things we can do to actually release the muscles around our mouth. And yeah, it's really cool. So you can actually take a little bit of your glow serum and put it right on your lips. And around your mouth if you need a little more. Okay, so you can use your stone to just kind of release a little bit around the mouth. And the reason I was grabbing my lip like this is because I actually do most of this with my fingers. You don't actually have to use the stone if you don't want to, but you can kind of just spread your lips around. And release some of those tight muscles. You'll really start to feel this. And I know it looks hilarious, I know. The next place I really want to focus is in our cheeks. You'll notice, so I'm gonna actually put my thumb in my mouth on my inner cheek and just feel around a little bit, because you'll actually, I think I'll do it like this with my thumb on the outside, but you'll feel likely a knot or two in there. So you can just gently put some pressure on there and release the tension that you feel in your cheek. So I'm gonna try that now. Yeah. So right here for me, so I'm just gently releasing that knot with some pressure. It feels amazing, honestly. Yeah, so good, so good. So that part's optional. I do recommend you try it though, because we carry so much in our mouth and in our like lower face, and that is really, really powerful to release some of that tension. You can finish with a little bit more neck if you like. Again, moving the lymphatic system a little bit more. And with consistency, you will no doubt notice some really amazing shifts in your face and in your neck. And combine it with the amazing oils that we have, and it's just so much goodness all wrapped up in like a 2 to 5 minute little bit of self-care that you can indulge in every single day. So thank you for joining me, and I would love to hear what you thought.